Hello and welcome to another live stream. So today I'm not quite feeling I'm not feeling like myself, nor am I feeling myself. I have been in the trenches with my Saw deep dive. I was like, I can't even get dressed today. Like it's not happening. I'm still in my robe and my PJs and because I've just been editing. And yeah, so that's where I am today. That's what's going on with me. That's what's going on with Kylie with Haunted Hippie. I hope that you guys are doing well. Today we're here to talk about everything that I watched in the month of November. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, I've been watching a surprising amount of TV shows. I finally got to watch The Fall of the House of Usher. I've been watching some other animated shows, still watching Buffy. I saw a lot of non-horror in November as well. I got to see Priscilla and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Napoleon in theaters, among some other things. Finally started watching Lord of the Rings. Had never seen that before. Rewatched some horror movies. We watched American Werewolf in London together, actually. Watched Corpse Bride for the bajillionth time. Some Christmas horror movies. Had a lot of new watches of old horror. I think that's probably going to be like our biggest section today because I've really been going through my physical media collection and just trying to weed out the stuff that I don't want to keep as of late, just because my physical media collection has gotten out of hand. So that's been a really big focus. So I've watched a lot of like 80s stuff like Rush Week and Madman. I also finally watched Dead Snow. I watched The Monster Squad. I finally watched Dog Soldiers. You guys told me to watch that for a long time. And then just a couple of new releases. We'll talk about Hell House and VHS 85. So yeah, that's like the structure for the video as well, or the stream if you guys haven't been to one of these before. But let's see who's here. Oh, the irony. When Kylie gets spooky with the makeup, it's gonna be a banger. I hope that means, or I hope that doesn't mean that today will be lackluster because I'm not in makeup. But yes, on the thumbnail for this, you got to see the little sneak peek for my Saw look. I went for like a softer Billy the Puppet kind of a look. I did, the puppet lines and the rosy cheeks and stuff. I didn't do the spirals and all of that. It's been the Saw deep dive has been so much. It's been so much. I'm just hoping it's going to turn out okay because I've been staring at it way too much the past few days and it's been driving me up the wall. Hi, Mrs. Erica. Oh, hey, Rob. Hey, Corey Tiger. Hi, Noah. You're just watching the Shark Week stream. Nice. Hello. Hi, Jack. Hey, Tiago. You made it. Yeah, I know. I did some just soft yellow lighting today. Just needed some gentle lighting today. Relax a bit. Hi, Tia. Hello, and fellow maggot children. I like that. I just got back from a Christmas horror flea market. What? Got a gift for the White Elephant Exchange. Oh, nice. Might have gotten a gift for a special someone here. Oh my gosh. No way. A Christmas horror flea market. Where are you? That sounds cool. Hi, Edward. Am I still working on the M. Night deep dive? Oh, I haven't even started that. I am currently, like I just said, I've been just kind of slaving away on the Saw deep dive. And then after that, we've got the Rob Zombie deep dive. And maybe M. Night will be after that. I haven't planned to be on the Rob Zombie deep dive because these take me months to make. So I don't plan that far ahead. But yeah, I mean, M. Night's coming up. He's somebody that I will cover. So you're feeling under the weather. I mean, I'm not like physically sick, but I'm just stressed out. And it happens. Like that's another reason why I don't get the deep dives out that often. Like I probably could get them out more often, but like my carpal tunnel is flaring up and I'm tired. I'm tired, so but it's all right. I'll take it easy this next week. I'll probably put up a review next week of like It's a Wonderful Life or something, and that won't involve any research or any scripting or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy the next week. Oh, you watched it. Gave it 2.5 stars. Oh, that's a bummer. I've seen like a lot of my friends giving it around like 3 stars. So I'm like, okay, I mean, maybe it'll be fun. I'm not expecting it to be anything crazy. Let's see. Oh, Mike Flanagan's Letterbox is the funniest thing I've seen since the Don't Worry Darling drama. I love that man. Oh my god. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, he made a Letterbox list, and I don't want to pull it up. I'd have to like search for it, but he made this Letterbox list, and he was like, people will always tell me that they don't like horror, and I just wanted to make a list for people that haven't really gotten into the genre, don't like the genre. I made a list for beginners, basically. And he put like The Green Inferno, Cannibal Holocaust, The Last House on the Left, like I Spit on Your Grave. He put, I don't know, did he put that one on there? Regardless, he just put like some of the most like fucked up horror movies that exist, a bunch of them that I haven't even seen. Just a cute little joke. Yeah, he's so funny. I'm so happy he's finally on Letterboxd, and he's pretty active too. The only thing is, like, I wish that more filmmakers would just be shady and just be real, because he only will do a star rating if he gives a movie a perfect score. So if he doesn't give it any stars at all and like just reviews it or whatever, then you know that maybe he didn't even like it. Oh, hi, Harry. Oh, you just watched Time Lapse and What Keeps You Alive this week. Oh, yay! Yay! So underrated, both of them. Hello. Like the vibes. Good stuff. Let's see. Oh, you started off strong with Black Christmas. I am dying to rewatch that. I watch it every year, but I have someone to show it to this year, you know? Oh, excuse me. No, I haven't watched it yet, also because my brain is so full of everything having to do with Saw and my deep dive right now that I was like, let me wait till I finish editing that video, which I'll hopefully finish editing today because I want to get it up like, on my Monday schedule. So I'm waiting till probably Monday to watch it. So It's a Wonderful Knife. But the reason he's asking is because in our group chat, he and my other friends were watching it, and I was like, I don't know why, but I have to rent it. Like, it's not available to me, and I have Shudder. But I wonder if it was just like a little glitch because I have Amazon with the Shudder add-on. So I don't know if that's why, but yeah, so I haven't gotten to watch it yet. Hey, Lilibeth, hello. Oh, yeah, that's actually probably about when I would get around to getting that out anyways. I forgot he has a new movie coming out next year. I was thinking like I would be able to do it earlier this year because Knock at the Cabin released, but yeah, other things came up. So yeah, that's probably about when it'll come out. And then that's also because I was thinking like I just released my mini dive of American Psycho. And I told you guys the other movies that I want to do that for. The next one will be An American Werewolf in London. And then I talked about doing one for Midsommar. I'll probably wait until the like actual midsummer, like the summer solstice, to release that one. Just, it's better timing. Anyway, hi, Jason Voorhees, an honor. Oh my God, you finally watched Jaws? Wow. You haven't watched The Fall of the House of Usher, Tiago. It's so gay. Oh my God, I can't believe you haven't watched it. Oh, you watched the Don't Worry Darling live stream. Yeah, when I talked about the drama, that was fun. That was fun. I'd love to do that again, but nothing that exciting has happened since then. Talking about M. Night, his daughter is releasing her debut feature film next year, and it's a horror movie. Ooh. Yeah, Knock at the Cabin was like 3 stars for me. And I read the book. I thought the book would be better, and the book was also kind of like 3 stars for me. I guess I'm just not really a cabin at the end of the world kind of girl. Hello. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay, it's good and bad. I was at an old mall in town. They have vendors selling merchandise that's all horror themed. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, did I watch the Terrifier 3 teaser? I did. That was my last video on Patreon, I think. No. That was my second to last video on Patreon. Yeah, I reacted to the teaser and talked about all the drama. I guess I still am talking about drama, aren't I? Anyway, you did like I haven't seen Green Inferno yet. Yeah. I know Mike Flanagan is such a funny little guy. Is he little? I thought he was like a normal height. I actually don't know. How tall? Wait. Mike Flanagan height. Does the internet say? 6'1"? Okay, yeah. So he's not like a little guy. Anyway, I keep forgetting directors are real people, but stuff like this will always be iconic. Well, hey, I'm a real person. Anyway. Yeah, Mike Flanagan himself is a patron to the cult of haunted hippie. He is. He is. I know. I still have that bragging right. He's been an active patron for like 6 months. Can't unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've like emailed him to try to reach out for like an interview or something, but haven't heard back. So I guess I just need to let's brainstorm, cult. I guess I just need to do something like really, really weird on Patreon in the hopes that perchance he will see it. I don't know. Oh, gotta go. No worries. Have a good day. What my thoughts are on Napoleon. Yeah, it seems. Is it divided? I've seen mostly negative things about it. But yeah, we'll talk about that soon. Why don't we first? But we've got through the little icebreaker here. Let's start getting into what I watched. So I'll start with TV shows, and then I'll get into the non-horror movies. So I'll talk about Napoleon soon enough. I've still been watching Buffy. The Vampire Slayer. I'm still like pretty early on into season 2 and still enjoying it. Like, I feel like it took a few episodes in the first season to really kind of find its groove. And then towards the end of the season, it was just getting even better. The beginning of season 2, like Buffy, it's hard to like her in the beginning of season 2. She has like a weird little arc that I think is like already been resolved, and she's like come back together with her friends. I don't know, but I'm still enjoying it. I forgot to finish Goosebumps. I did do a like Patreon dedicated video to the first half of Goosebumps, the first half of the season. And I didn't get into spoilers with that. And don't worry, there won't be like spoilers at all in this live stream either. But like I was really enjoying the first half of the show. It was like a really positive video, really positive little review. And then as soon as the second half of the season started airing, I don't know. My eyes glazed over. I don't know what's been happening. And apparently, like, according to, just some stuff I've seen on Twitter, the ending of the season is not good at all. Like, the last 2 episodes aren't good either. So I'm really, really bummed out because the first half of the season was so great. Like, great homages to the original Goosebumps books, while still, like, definitely making it their own thing with this nice, like, cohesive storyline with a bunch of characters that I really like. And Justin Long, was fantastic. And it's just gotten weird. Like, I don't know what's happening with the ending of this first season of Goosebumps, but I don't like it. And so I've just fully forgotten to keep watching it. And then let me talk about 2 other negatives concerning TV before I get into the big positive. Ironic, they're both season 7. I finished season 7 of Big Mouth. I never knew that even came out, and yes, I still watch Big Mouth. And I think I'm finally starting to understand what everyone's saying. It's not good. Season 7 was terrible. The thing is, though, that like with Big Mouth, I really enjoyed the first few seasons. I felt so seen. Like, there was just so much that the characters went through that I felt like was never talked about before. And, topics about like feminine shame, with the feminine parts, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, that kind of stuff I just had never really seen before. So I used to really like the show. And now, unfortunately, I just still like the characters too much to like give it up. And season 8 is going to be the last season. So I'm like, okay. And then I also have been watching season 7 of Rick and Morty because I'm like, Justin Roiland is gone. Like, let's see, and the voices are great. The voice acting is great. This season has not been. So in terms of animated shows, I'm not really living life, but I did finally watch The Fall of the House of Usher. And I said this in my Letterboxd review. I'm like, why? Like, people talk about things the week that they release. They binge it, and then that's it. Nobody is talking about The Fall of the House of Usher anymore, and I'm like, this is the problem with streaming. This is just the problem with media these days. There's too much going on. There's too much. And so, like, naturally with the content cycle, like, things don't have as much of like a lasting cultural impact. I mean, I've been so pleasantly surprised by the impact of Barbie and Oppenheimer that we're still talking about it, because Oppenheimer just like sold out on 4K immediately. And, they're doing the actors on actors thing, and Margot Robbie and Cillian Murphy are, they're paired up for that. which is great, and I'm very pleasantly surprised, but that has not seemingly had a ripple effect on other stuff, and I just feel like The Fall of the House of Usher deserves it. I'm like, how are people not still talking about it? I don't know. I don't know how it doesn't have the same type of like Game of Thrones level impact. I'm obsessed with The Fall of House of Usher, and I want to talk about it. I know that it's probably too late for us to do like a separate dedicated stream where we, talk Fall of the House of Usher spoilers. I know it's probably too late for that. But I feel very passionately about that, and I need to relax a little bit. Let's catch up with the chat, because that does it for all the TV shows that I've watched. So now let's discuss. Oh, you saw Hush? Oh, for the first time? That's great. Yeah, Hush is great. Oh, Anna the Apocalypse. I think that one is on Shudder now. I thought about watching that the other day because it's been recommended to me for a long time. I did not realize it was a Christmas movie, so it's kind of perfect timing. You're waiting for a Valentine remake? I'm sure it'll happen. I'm sure. I will give myself a break. I swear. I swear. That's why these deep dives only come out like every 2.5 months. I do give myself a break. Don't worry. I'll be back in physical therapy this week. Don't worry. Oh yeah, Anya Taylor's Furiosa. That's big news right now. Mad Max is making a comeback for sure. Oh god, keep going. It just keeps getting better. The Fall of the House of Usher just keeps getting better. Because I wasn't obsessed with it with the first episode. It took until the second episode for me to be like, oh my god. Anyway. I should react to my most anticipated of 2023. Usually I do that for Patreon, but that's not a bad idea. Maybe I will do that on my main channel. Because I also, of course, like towards the end of the month or early in January, I'll be releasing like, my ranking of every new horror release of 2023. That's going to be an abysmal video. I can already tell you that right now. What a disappointing year. Oh god, how are the Oscars going to go? I don't even know, but they'll still happen. Anyway, haven't I learned from Devin Sawa that Googling their height could just be a lie? That's true, but like he doesn't look small. Like he looks tall to me. I don't know if you saw like the videos of him, like, when I did the deep dive of him, there's videos of him on the set of like Dr. Sleep and stuff, and he looks like large, I have seen Thanksgiving, but I'm boycotting Spyglass, so I'm not talking about that today. Yeah, Scorsese's on Letterboxd's profile is basically what I imagine a big director's letterbox to look like. Mike Flanagan just keeps it so real. He does. Like, he has a lot of the typical, the typical film bro stuff, but then it's so catered to his own tastes. And it's really cute. Let's see. Buffy season 2 is so good. I'm excited to get into it. This is a busy time of year, Oh, welcome. Good to have you. Oh my god, you watched the show before watching the movies? Oh, I feel like that spoils so much. Oh, hey, from Estonia. Cool. Studying for your exam. Glad I made it to your live. Me too. I think it deserved better. I mean, it got, for like the people that were talking about it were obviously raving about it. So it's got its flowers and, but just not for long enough, in my opinion. I'm like, people should have still been talking about it for long after. Oh, Loki. Oh yeah, I watched season 2 with my dad. I really liked it. I don't know why, like a lot of people apparently didn't, but I liked it. Hello. It's hard to make people watch commercials for Netflix if they don't reach the people that need it. Commercials. Wait, what are we talking about? Piranha from 78. It is bad, but it's like, it's also basically just like a corny version of Jaws and with more blood. Like, I enjoyed it when I watched it. Time for an ice cold one. I guess it's 5 o'clock somewhere. All the House of Usher was great. I think it came out at an inopportune time just before Halloween. That's true, but like, if you think about the slate for this year, like that was the biggest and best piece of horror content we got this entire year. Like, besides maybe Talk to Me, I'm just thinking like in terms of culture. And like, I get, Evil Dead Rise and Scream 6, yes, but neither of those were fantastic. So I don't know. Like, because in October, what did we get? We got The Exorcist and we got Five Nights at Freddy's. So, terrible. Both of them were so bad. So I'm like, in comparison, and the fact that we didn't really get a lot of horror releases in theaters, yeah, we got some streaming stuff, but Fall of the House of Usher just blew everything else out of the water. So like, yeah, Hush is out in limbo right now. Like Mike Flanagan's Hush, I don't know what's gonna happen to it. I don't know. Let's see. Wait, Furiosa, that's not a Mad Max reboot? Am I Wait, hold. Why is everybody talking about Mad Max right now then? Wait, okay. What is Furiosa? Yeah, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? A Mad Max saga. It's literally Mad Max. Don't gaslight me. Don't. Anyway, the new Saw, it was the best this year. Surprise, spoilers. I guess I could give away my digital codes because like I don't use them. I don't really believe that anything digital is like possible to actually own. I'm doing a lot of physical media giveaways this month. I'll be posting that to Instagram probably towards like mid-month so that I can, ship those out, get them to you around Christmas time. So yeah, I guess I could do some digital codes. Can I visit Germany? I do visit Germany, like if not every year, then every few years. I would be going next year, but my German relative is living in Italy for the year, so I'm visiting her there instead. I hate when people spoil things like on the internet, and especially like the day Devin Sawa is guilty of this with Chucky. Oh, I guess I watched Chucky too in November, but we've already talked about that. We did like a whole spoiler stream with the sledges. Devin Sawa will spoil the episode the day that it comes out. And I'm like, I understand that live tweeting is a thing, but sometimes I'll scroll Twitter midday to take a little mental break from my work, and then a huge spoiler from Devin, like before I can watch it that evening. It's like, dude, come on. 2024, I haven't looked into it that much yet, but again, like I will be making my most anticipated horror of the year video, so I'll find out. Netflix isn't promoting any new releases. They make good enough to reach people who want to watch new movies. Oh, I never knew it. Yeah, that's so true because like I only found out, so they could be doing better to promote their movies. Maybe since it's not like cable TV, it may be hard for people to see it. I mean, I get like they've been really good at marketing stuff in the past. So I don't know. Like it's similarly to how I found out about David Fincher's The Killer from like Twitter. I had no idea that there was going to be a new David Fincher film. And it was really popular. Apparently it's really good. I haven't seen it yet, but they did no marketing for it. Absurd. Absolutely absurd. I know, but I think that it's out of his hands. Like, I'm pretty sure that Netflix is more so in control of that. Like, I don't know how much his hand is really on that when, obviously the rights were sold to Netflix for streaming. So I don't know how that works. I've been hearing super good things about Godzilla -1. Super good things. I had to postpone seeing Dream Scenario until Monday though because I have to work on this deep dive. I'm working on my Saw deep dive. So I'm gonna see Dream Scenario this upcoming week, and then hopefully also Poor Things. Maybe I'll make time for Godzilla -1. I don't know because I'll be taking it easy this week. But then I see Danny Elfman next weekend. So I don't know if I'll be out at the movies, but I'm seeing Danny Elfman. I'm seeing him live. I'm so excited with the LA Chamber Orchestra. Spielberg was going to sue the studio because Piranha was a ripoff. What? He changed his mind because he watched the movie and liked it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a spinoff about the character. I mean, It's yeah, just without Mad Max, her origins. No, I did not watch this one. I did not. Riley Keough is great though. I guess I should have that on my list. Oh, Skinamarink. Yeah, Skinamarink was good. I enjoyed Skinamarink a lot. I thought it was very unique. I have seen Human Centipede when I was a teenager because that was a thing. Like, I don't know why, but in high school, it's like, you try to just find the most fucked up stuff possible to watch for some reason. I don't know. I guess because like back then, I feel like as a kid, even though I was more scared of horror movies when I was younger and even when I was a teenager, I feel like I still was more desensitized to a lot of it. Like, I don't know. I don't know why growing up and I guess getting more acquainted with your mortality when you grow up, things just feel a lot more horrible. I haven't been able to go back and rewatch The Human Centipede since I saw it when I was like 16. And I don't know, maybe we could do that for a watch along. I just feel really bad facilitating that. I don't feel like I should do that. Anyway, let's talk about the non-horror that I watched in the month. Okay. Easily the best non-horror movie I watched in the month is Priscilla, and I gave it the same score as The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but that's just because I'm so endeared to Suzanne Collins, and I love The Hunger Games so much, and I've loved it for over a decade of my life, and it's just so important to me. The movie's like Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, probably not a 4-star movie, but that's just what I felt like giving the movie in my heart. That felt right. Priscilla, no, because I also rewatched Arrival, but that's a perfect film, so it's kind of unfair to stack them up. So besides that, Priscilla is far and away the best non-horror movie that I watched in the month. I don't know if it's still in theaters. It probably didn't have a super long run, I would imagine, but oh, it's so good. It was so good. And then also, oh, guys, I started watching The Lord of the Rings with my boyfriend. I'd never seen it before. My mom reminded me though, because I knew that I had seen one of them when I was a very small child, when I was like 4 or 5 or something. So my mom reminded me that like we had a big group of like family friends. So there was like, I don't know, 15 of us kids that were part of this big friend group of all of our families. They hosted like a watch along night, probably when the DVD of The Last Lord of the Rings came out, and it was like a big sleepover. I was always one of the youngest in the friend group, so I was just always surrounded by older kids and was always, getting into stuff that was probably too mature for me, including The Last Lord of the Rings, because Gollum is terrifying. Anyway, so I knew that I had watched one before, but anyways, so we've watched the first 2, and I think it's the most comments I've ever gotten on a Letterboxd review before, because I gave the first Lord of the Rings 3 stars, and that just like wasn't okay with some of you, apparently. Yeah, so I'll just show you. I'll share my screen. So yeah, 3 stars, just cracking up. You're missing 2 stars. 3 stars, huh? Sounds right for you, but why is what I want to know. Maybe the extended cut will change your mind. Crying, yeah. The extended cut, you think the 4-hour cut of a movie that I gave 3 stars is gonna make it better? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, people were not pleased that I only gave Lord of the Rings 3 stars, and it's I'm like having to explain myself about this, right? But it's just okay, here, let me qualify it. The second movie, I enjoyed the second movie a lot more up until like the 3rd act, and then it just got all really like war vibes. And action has to be shot exquisitely for me to be on board with it. Like, I'm talking like James Wan knows how to direct action. He does oneers. He does these crazy like whip pans. He does all, see the Kingsman movies. Those are fantastic action films. The Mission Impossible movies. I mean, those are feats of cinema. Lord of the Rings, I just think that I would have had to be there. I just think I would have had to be there the same way that if I hadn't grown up on Harry Potter and I watched it for the first time as an adult, I don't know if I would like it. But I love it because I grew up on it. You know what I mean? In Lord of the Rings, that's just not the case. But even if like, also, because I watched the third movie at age 4 or 5 or whatever, I obviously didn't become obsessed with it at the time and then like want to watch more Lord of the Rings stuff. So I don't even know if that's true. I'm just, and I'll never know. But I don't see, besides some of like the makeup and stuff and the acting performances, I just don't see Lord of the Rings as like a crazy feat of cinema. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The hottest take I may ever deliver. I know. I just think like the CGI looks terrible. It's all just men. Like it's just a bunch of fucking dudes. So many dudes. All the women in the movie are just these like side pieces, like love interests, like whatever. Like the and I'm not, so like obviously that's not going to interest me that much. Like I don't, it's fantasy for dudes. That's it. Like, and it just a fantasy for dudes, a lot of war. It's just not that interesting to me. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm that much of a fantasy girly. And like, I thought that I was because I loved Harry Potter growing up. It's just not the case. It's not the case, babes. So yeah, I'll get into the rest of the non-horror I watched, but let's see how you guys are taking this news. Anyway, I'm really behind on the chat. Sorry, I'm just catching up a little bit. Oh, from Finland. Cool. Glad to have you here. You're rewatching Pretty Little Liars? Oh, hell yeah. I know I'll rewatch that at some point in my lifetime. And Gossip Girl, I'm sure I'll rewatch that at some point too. I mean, that's history. That's history. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, and she was literally 14 when they met, and he was 24. It's like, it is disgusting how many movies and stuff we've gotten about his life that just completely glaze over that fact. So yeah, it's like the real story, and it's very it's not just like overt, intense, abusive, whatever. Like Priscilla gets into all of the really, really low key, like the subtleties of grooming. And it's so uncomfortable because like, oh, she was 14. She was 14. And also the casting of Kaylee Spaney and Jacob Elordi was just so brilliant. I'm sure you've already seen this take. It's not original, but like Jacob Elordi is like 6'5" and Kaylee Spaney is like 5'1". So it really, like, you really get an idea of this grown man who is grooming a child. She's like tiny compared to him, and it's, oh my god, it's done so well. It's remarkable. As much as I love fairy tale and epic worlds, I would never dive into Lord of the Rings world again unless I was bribed. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Look, I didn't find it boring per se. I didn't find it. Did I? I liked the second movie a lot more. The first movie is 3 hours of exposition, and oh, that's too much. That's too much. So thinking of watching the 4-hour cut. No. Yeah, no. Sorry. Oh, Harry Potter. It was banned in your household. Oh shit, one of those families. Yeah, man, give it a go. Give it a go. But don't try to see if you can find like secondhand physical media. We don't like lining J.K. Rowling's pockets on this channel. We don't do that. We don't do that. That's the perfect way to describe Lord of the Rings. That's exactly why I don't like it. It's fantasy for dudes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like at least, with Harry Potter, I had Hermione Granger to latch onto. And also, like, Harry was just a really simple, relatable character. But then again, it's like there's also no people of color in those movies. Oh, Dean shows up, you know, to deliver his one line to be the token black character in each movie. Oh yeah, excuse me, sorry. And then the character of Cho Chang, it's, you know, we can oh, you know, I still have love for it, but it's just it's hard. I can't really engage with it like as a fan anymore. There's just so much that's problematic with it looking back, but I'm just saying in terms of like what I grew up with, at least I had Hermione there, and then and it wasn't until like the very last movie that it really turns into like this magical war, you know. A lot of it is the build up to that, and different magical quests. Like in Lord of the Rings, it's just a lot of just war and guys being dudes and hobbits having big feet. It's like, I don't know, it's not for me. I'm excited to watch the last one because I feel like I keep getting my hopes up. I'm like, the last one, you know, the end of the trilogy, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes long. Oh my god. But like, it's the last one. It's the conclusion to the trilogy. It should be good. It should be good. It should be, you know. So I'm hoping to enjoy the last one. We haven't gotten to it yet. That's another thing. It's like you can't just like take a weekend and be like, okay, we're gonna watch Lord of the Rings this weekend. Maybe you guys can, but me and my boyfriend, we love going on errands. We love thrift shopping. We like, you know, getting out, going for a hike, going to the movies or something, you know, going out to dinner, going out to Hollywood. So it's not like it's been so spaced out. Like you can't just like watch them all in a weekend if you want to get anything else done with your life. Your mom told me she borrowed a DVD of Lord of the Rings back in the day from a coworker. She didn't watch it, but when she checked to see if we liked it, we were all asleep. I guess nobody in my family gives a damn about Lord of the Rings. Frankly, I don't either. I agree with you. I remember when the movies came out, but I wasn't into them. Okay, you're with me. Okay, I thought that I was going to be experiencing a little bit of backlash for this. I thought that this would, I thought that I might catch some heat. Oh, hey, I've been shit-talking Lord of the Rings for like the last 10 minutes or so. Anyway, I read all the books before the movies came out. I didn't believe they could put it to big screen. Fantasy for dudes. Yeah, I haven't read the books either, to be fair. Find it overrated. I just can't believe also, like, all the people that I follow on Letterboxd give it a perfect score. Like, let me just show you, because I really want to see. I don't know. I just expect that. See, 5 stars all around. And I follow. Wait, 24 of my friends have watched it. I'm like, okay, he's with me. Mike Flanagan, no. Excuse me, by the way. Anyway, yeah, it's just like pretty much everybody loves it. Like everybody that I follow. And even women, I'm like, why? What do you connect with? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, it has like a 4 point something, 4.3 average rating on Letterboxd. I really shouldn't act surprised, but anyway. Let's see. I have a great time seeing Danny Elfman. I know, I'm so excited. I think if you give Lord of the Rings a second chance, it might grow on you. I think I enjoyed the second movie more, so I think there is something to that, because it's like the first time that you get involved with a really big cinematic universe, it's gonna take a minute to adjust to that. You gotta learn all the characters, you gotta learn all the rules of the universe and the in-universe magic and the politics of the universe. So yeah, I'm sure on a second viewing, I'd probably like it more, just being more familiar with it. But like, I don't feel a burning urge. I'm sure I'll revisit it at some point in life, but like, just don't think anytime soon. Yeah, have me squirming in discomfort. I'm saying, and it's so subtle too, which is the crazy thing. But Sofia Coppola, you were 17 when you saw Lord of the Rings. I didn't like it much. I like Two Towers, but that's it. You liked Hobbit more? I've heard that everybody hates the Hobbit movies. When I was a kid to watch Lord of the Rings, really digging the beginning of the film. So many parts of the film are forgettable to make me skip. Ah, wow. Thank you. I was never a fan of the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies. The first movie in the franchise I like is the animated stop motion live action from 78 that nobody wants to talk about. What? That sounds nuts. That sounds nutty. No, I did not watch the Marvels. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know if that's it for me with Marvel. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Lord of the Rings making me snooze. Wow. I didn't realize I was in such good company here. I tried to watch the first episode of Game of Thrones and couldn't get through it, so I don't think I would like that either. Oh, you found it at Goodwill for $10? That's great. Because originally, like I don't know, it was like 2017 or 2016 or something that they put out that big like Blu-ray collection of the Harry Potter movies, and it was like $80 back then. So that's great. I literally was just raving about Priscilla, and you're gonna be that fucking boomer. It's so hard for a Zoomer. I'm not even a Zoomer. I graduated before Zoom school became like a really big thing. Yeah. Honestly, fuck off. Fuck off. I liked when you're a kid, no desire to rewatch. Not into big feet. I don't understand why they don't have shoes, and they never explain that. Why don't they wear shoes? Like, if anything, big feet, there's more surface area to like have problems, to like get, splinters and stuff. Yeah, I don't like the big feet. They're very weird. Anyway, okay, see, I knew there'd be a little bit of pushback on that. I don't know. I just think that like you have to, I'm assuming, Will, a man, are you? You have to admit there's fucking no, like, the women are zero. They're so insubstantial in Lord of the Rings. Like, I have nobody to really latch onto. It's so just like, it's just men everywhere. It's just fucking sausage. It's not interesting. Like, I don't relate. Oh, the actor who plays Dean is not only British but Brazilian. Ooh, that's cool. He was like one of my biggest crushes ever. God, I was so jealous of Jenny. Are you from Argentina? Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. Who? Wait, who is that? It's a movie called Brave. I don't know who that is. I don't. Jerry Lee Lewis. Should I know who that is? Wait, Jerry Lewis. Should I know who that is? I don't know. It's kind of a... Anyway, women connect with Viggo Mortensen. That's true. He's very good looking in Lord of the Rings. I agree. I'm sure it was better on the big screen, but also, like, if you guys haven't watched it in a while, those special effects are bad. Especially in the first movie. The CGI is bad. So I don't know. I kind of feel like that might have been exacerbated on the big screen, but I don't know. I've never watched Dune. It doesn't really interest me. Like, I don't think I'm really that much of a fantasy girl. No, I haven't seen Gen B. I also haven't seen The Boys. I haven't seen that yet. How many times do you have to teach you this lesson on me? Oh my god, yeah. Oh shit, I haven't Oh, okay. Anybody born after 2000? Well, I was born in 1999. Thank you. Anyways, I didn't finish talking about all the non-horror that I watched, and somebody asked me about Napoleon, which I saw in theaters. So I also rewatched Easy A, which I hadn't seen as a kid, and it wasn't that good. I remember really liking it as a kid, but I wasn't really that into it. And then, yeah, I saw Napoleon. Ooh. Napoleon was so weird. Like, I don't understand really, like, the intention of that movie existing, because it expands upon nothing. It wants to be a comedy, and yet it also wants to be a very self-serious biopic. Like, I don't understand what Ridley Scott wanted to do. Like, some people are saying, well, I think the 3.5 hour cut is probably going to be a lot better. I guess because like the version in theaters is about 2 hours and 40 minutes or something. And I'm like, maybe because they blast through some of the most important historical events of his life in a matter of like 30 seconds. Like, they just like, boom boom, like, though it's I don't want to get into the history of it because like I'm not that good at history. But it also just somehow was too fast and too slow. I thought that the character of Josephine, his wife, was the most interesting thing about the movie, and could honestly like could definitely do with a Sofia Coppola Josephine movie. Could do with that. I did not like Napoleon. I did not like it at all. And then also, some people on Letterboxd also took issue with that because like I made a joke. I said like, reason number 6 million that war is stupid. Like, there's just a guy with a drum out there. And I got multiple comments from people that's like, reason number blah, blah, why you are stupid, the drummer actually keeps the soldiers in line and whatever. And I was like, y'all would not know a joke if it punched you in the fucking face. Like, heaven forbid I try to be funny. Anyway, yeah, I did not like Napoleon. I think it's so boring. I think you should definitely watch it at home so that you can like take your bathroom breaks. And because I don't know if this has ever happened to me in a movie theater. I caught myself like resting my eyes. I like was getting sleepy. It was nuts. I don't recommend Napoleon. And then the only other non-horror the only other non-horror movie of the month that I watched was Taking Lives. I think I have the DVD right here. Wait just a minute. This guy. Taking Lives. Yeah, starring Ethan Hawke and Angelina Jolie and Kiefer Sutherland. I got this from Goodwill. It was only $3. I was like, that's like the same if I if I rented that on Amazon or something. And that it's just I'm so sneak peek at my next Auntie haul. I'm not keeping this one. I'm not hanging on to it. It was fine. Like, it kept me entertained, but it was bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird movie. I said on Letterboxd like someone could gaslight me into thinking that this movie wasn't real. It's a little it feels kind of surreal. It's just one of those really weird, like, I think early 2000s, right? When did this one come out? 2004. Yeah, so just right there in the middle of the early 2000s. It was a weird time for movies, and a lot of like straight to DVD type stuff that has this feeling. I don't know if this released theatrically. It probably did, given that cast, but it was fine. Like, I don't regret watching it the one time, but I wouldn't watch it again. Oh, hey, Corey. Hello from Australia. Nice. Ew, really? Made for people with a foot fetish? I thought that foot fetish people liked small feet, though. Like dainty, like pretty feet. Listen, I don't know about that life. I don't mean to offend. That's just surprising to me is all. Let's see, wait, whoa. Seriously? Oh. Okay, I'll have to look into that on my own time. Anyway, let's see. Great Balls of Fire. Oh, I know that song. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Dad. You're watching football. Napoleon and Marvels. My dad didn't like either of them. I thought with my dad it was gonna go either way. Like, I thought that he might like Napoleon, but it turns out that both of us were wanting to leave in the theater. Oh, you like the lighting? Nice. Yeah, it kind of feels like there's just a warm fire. No, I haven't seen Dude, Where's My Car? No, get his ass. Yeah, I'm 1982. Don't like Lord of the Rings. Zoom that. Zoom that. Yeah. it's just such a moronic thing to do, to like group people based on like when they were born, except that I will make an exception for boomers. You can make fun of boomers, except my dad is an exception to that. It's just like whatever. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. You know what I mean? Didn't like Lord of the Rings, but I like all the Harry Potter. Oh, nice, nice. You love Game of Thrones. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I would have to like get into Game of Thrones, but I don't know if I can. It's just like all the weird, like in the very first episode of the show, within like the first 20 minutes, there's like some weird incesty stuff going on. And I was like, no, I don't, no, not, I don't think so. Hi, Nicholas. Yeah, Dad, you wouldn't like it, I don't think. 1983, I could not finish Lord of the Rings, couldn't get into it. See, it's not just me. I'm gonna watch Napoleon for the cinematography. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're only going to see it for the battle sequences, I don't even feel like there's enough of those to justify going to see it in theaters. If that means a lot to you, though, then maybe do it. Like, maybe go for it. But they're just pretty few and far between. There's some, obviously it's Ridley Scott and there's battle scenes, like there's some good cinema, like obviously, but oh, it's so boring. It's so boring. Stanley Kubrick also tried to make a movie for years. That doesn't surprise me. I know Letterboxd comments are really funny. I fear we do have a film bro in this comment section, or maybe he left because I was being really rude to him. But honestly, that's okay. He can fuck off. Yeah, there's a longer cut. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know how much a longer cut would help because the theatrical adaptation was very true to the book. Even if there was a longer cut with like more in the last third that like fleshed that out better, the book's ending is also very rushed. There's not that much in the book's ending that we didn't see on screen. So like, I don't know if that would really help. But I really enjoyed it. Yeah, follow me on Letterboxd. It's a fun place to be. I have seen Mad Max. I also don't really think that's for me, though. Saw it a while ago. Haven't been excited for Ridley Scott, even though he's a legendary director. I haven't seen any of his recent new movies. I think his early work from the 70s and 80s is what's remembered the most. Yeah, I mean, Alien obviously is like a perfect film. And Blade Runner, those are the only ones we still talk about. Speaks a lot to how we discuss filmmakers today. I mean, I guess I think also just like his philosophy is kind of weird and different. Like he has been interviewed a lot for Napoleon, obviously. And somebody asked him, like, do you feel your mortality the way that Martin Scorsese does, the way that he feels like he's running out of time? And Ridley Scott responded with some shade and was like, since he made Killers of the Flower Moon, I've made 4 films. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm just going to keep going. And it's, a little bit abrasive. I think he just, I don't know. That tells me, okay, maybe he's not as interested in taking the time on his films the way some other filmmakers are. I don't know. But also, like, he's 86 years old, so I can't blame him for wanting to rush a bit. I don't know. Interesting fellow. You think some of the best looking battle action scenes ever in Napoleon? I don't know about ever. Like, if you want to see an amazing battle sequence, I don't like war movies, right? I don't like them. I liked 1917. The one that stars, that's George Mackay, right? Yeah. Where like the whole movie looks like a oneer. I mean, that's just fantastic cinema. And all the battle sequences in that were fantastic. But yeah, too long, not focused enough. I agree. There's also like no real characters in Napoleon. Like Josephine and Napoleon are the only real ones. And Napoleon flip-flops from being this like serious general, and it's like rushing through his whole rule. And then him being this sexually insecure weirdo, like that's obsessed with this woman Josephine. Like, I don't know. And then Josephine feels like the best character. She feels the most, not even entirely fleshed out, but like the most empathetic of the movie. And then nobody else made any impact. Not one person. No work on character. It's just, yeah. You feel guilty for liking Oppenheimer? Because I didn't expect to like it and gaslit myself into thinking that I liked it. What? What does that even mean? Why do you feel guilty for liking Oppenheimer? Oh, in the third movie, there's a big moment for women. Okay. I mean, like, I'm looking forward to the third movie. I think I'll probably like it the most, but I don't know. Game of Thrones has some hard subject matter, but a lot of strong women. I figured, I mean, like, I love the cast. Game of Thrones has got a great cast. Anyway, oh, thank you. Watch Saw X, I recommend. I need more gore thrillers. Also, shout out to all my 90s babies. Yes. Yes. Was Five Nights at Freddy's any good? No. But I have had a real life conversation with someone about it since I reviewed it. You know, I gave it a pretty negative review. I think I gave it like, did I give it 2 stars? I think I gave it 2 stars, one for Matthew and one for Josh. But I had a real life in-person conversation with someone that really likes the games. She like knows all of the lore and I think has played all the games and loved the movie. So, got a little insight from her. Oh, excuse me. I mean, yeah, Harry Potter. Like I think that's the only one that I can think of. Like, hold on. Just taking a gander over at my movies because I feel like if there's one I love, I probably own it. Oh, Twilight. Twilight. Except that Twilight really does take place in the real world. It's just our real world, but with vampires in it. So, yeah, I love Twilight. But that's because it's centered on female horniness. Anyway. Let's see. What am I doing? I keep forgetting the point of today's live stream. I gotta keep going. Okay, let's get into my horror rewatches, and then I'll keep catching up with the chat. But I think I'm kind of behind, so let me finish catching up really quick, and then oh yeah, Totally Killer was good. I liked that one. Oh, there are other war movies that did it better. Braveheart, The Patriot. I don't think I've seen those. I think I am gonna watch Godzilla -1. I think so, just because it's getting so hyped up. Oh yeah, my dad liked The Killer. I think the abrasive attitude was his Britishness coming out, but he actually studied advertising and filmmaking in a way to learn how to make commercials rather than to learn how to write personal stories and use film as the medium to tell them. Oh. He may not have a story of his own, but give him a script and he can craft it with sound and film. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Let's see. I'm not the one that gave you a timeout, but if you just come on and you're like being super negative, then yeah, my mods will probably kick you out because like, don't be annoying. Like nobody wants to read your comments that are just like, oh, you liked that movie? Oh, well, I hated it. Oh, and this movie was trash too. And oh, this was bad and blah, blah, blah. I go on my negative rants because it's my job. Like I don't if I say to somebody like, oh, I love this movie. And immediately they're like, oh, well, I hated it. That doesn't make me like the movie any less. It makes me like you a whole lot less though. So like, yeah, I don't know what comments got you put in a timeout, but if you're just being super negative, then like, don't. Oh, so X is how you found the channel? Oh, yay. Oh, there's a lot of essay in Game of... Yeah, I just don't think I would like it. I just don't think so. Like, in theory, I'm like, you know, women warriors and dragons and all that. I'm like, ooh, sounds gay. I'm in. But like all the other stuff, I just don't think I would like it. I don't think I would like it. Oh yeah, we started watching The Continental. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Right. We only watched the first episode though, so I can't like talk about it too much. Let's see. Am I not caught up? Oh my gosh. A surprising movie I loved from last month was Prometheus. Oh yeah. That's Ridley Scott, right? Right? Yeah, I saw that you love that one. Oh, I watched Ma this month. Was not expecting that to have so much essay in it. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that movie is. I haven't watched it since it came out. I hella forgot about that. And I own it because I think it came in horror pack, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, okay, let me go over my horror rewatches. There's not that many. And also 3 of them I watched with my dad, so I'm not going to even talk about them at all because we gave dedicated solo reviews over, or we will be giving them over on Patreon. We already batch filmed them, so for the next 3 weeks, and actually probably for the whole month, my dad and I are going to be doing Christmas movie reviews. So that would be kicked off with Black Friday. Not really a Christmas movie, but whatever. And then we did one on Violent Night and Krampus. So rewatched those last month. And then we watched An American Werewolf in London together. So of course there was that one. And then American Psycho, I did a whole deep dive on last Monday. So that was my last video. So you already know. I've talked your ear off about it. And then my last rewatch was Corpse Bride, which I've seen a cajillion times in my life. And I've talked about it a lot. You know how much I love stop motion and how much I love Tim Burton as a kid and all that. So I have nothing to talk about really when it comes to rewatches of horror. Because I've already talked about it. Everything has gotten a dedicated review or was part of a deep dive or something. So I'm gonna move on to all my new watches of old horror. This past month, I think it was this past month, I watched the entirety of the Hell House LLC franchise for the first time. So including the new one, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I did do a ranking of the entire franchise over on Patreon. And it was spoiler free, so you can go watch that. The next new watch of an old horror movie would be Rush Week, which I feel like I need to read the synopsis of because I feel like it's really underrated. So hold up. Wait, where'd it go? Rush Week. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm also not wearing my glasses because it would have been really glary if I did. So, okay, just bear with me here. Tony, a journalism student, transfers to a new college where several co-eds begin to disappear under suspicious circumstances. She decides to investigate the mystery on her own and soon finds herself becoming embroiled in a twist-filled saga of deeply buried secrets, which attract the attention of a sadistic killer who will stop at nothing to hide the truth. This movie is fun, and I feel like it's kind of underrated on Letterboxd. It has, it has a 2.7 on Letterboxd. I give it 3.5 stars. It's just a good vibe. It's just a really good time. Somebody sent that one to me on Blu-ray. And it's just, I'll grab it because you'll understand the vibe. Hold on. Oh, my back popped when I stood up. I told you I did not get out of my PJs today, and I probably won't. No, I need to go for a walk or something and do a little core work or something. But yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, so this is the sleeve. It's such a vibe. I wish that this camera had autofocus. It doesn't. But yeah, so this is this. And then there's the cover there. Yeah, it's just a good time. I think it came out in 89, so late 80s slasher. It's so good. It's so good. There's multiple frat party scenes, which in today's day and age, I'd be like, bleh! But back then, obviously they had real bands that would perform at the parties. And so there's really good music in it. I found this really cool little 80s band from this movie. Yeah, it's just a good vibe. And also in the final act, because it is a slasher, really fun chase scenes, fun reveals. It's a good time. I think it's super underrated. I really enjoyed Rush Week. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that one. Probably not. Oh no, I never saw Killer Joe. Is that also has Matthew McConaughey? Hunger Games? No, definitely not considered fantasy. Those are dystopian. I feel like they're even a little bit of horror to them as well, but dystopian action, I would say. Because there's nothing I mean, one could argue there's maybe a little bit of like a sci-fi element to it, but it's really just like it's there. I mean, they're pretty grounded. They're pretty grounded in reality. Let's see. I see Lord of the Rings as fantasy Star Wars. It's for everyone. It's really not though. It's really not though. Like it's really not though. Star Wars, like you have Princess Leia at least amongst the sausage. You know, I love Star Wars. And yeah, Lord of the Rings doesn't hold a candle to that. Make a video on American Psycho, the uncut version. I mean, that's the version that I own on 4K and on Blu-ray. So I'm pretty sure that is what I did. I'm not going to do like a comparison of like uncut versus theatrical. We also watched House LLC. Did you enjoy it? I quite enjoyed watching the entire franchise. I mean, the second movie was terrible, but I kind of just like took a little break and did some chores around the house while I was watching it. And that was good. And then I got back in the saddle for Hell House 3, and that one was fun again. I did review the new Hunger Games last week on Patreon. Check it out. Oh, if I do a watch along for Jaws 4, I'll pay for your rental. I also don't expect you to love it. I just hype it up when I can because I do, no pressure. I do think that I want to put that one in my Holidays in Hell week. The only thing is now, like, I haven't announced it and like announced the lineup for our Holidays in Hell watch along because on the 14th I have a pre-production meeting and I'm not sure what time. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a true Holidays in Hell week. I'm not going to do it this week because like after the Saw deep dive, I need to chill. So it will be the week after this week, next week, if you will. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be just 4 days of watch alongs or if it will be all 5. I need to pin down the timing of our meeting. So yeah, that one should be on there though. That's a good idea. Let me actually write that down. Jaws 4, because I do want to do like all Christmas horror. You haven't seen Rush Week? I'll check it out. I'm always up for a good time. Not you're not really into college partying movies? I mean, like majority of the movie is not parties, and it's not like the movie is about partying. It's just I just think it's good vibes, and I like the music in it a lot. So you might not like it. I don't know. A Murder at the End of the World, a series on Disney Plus. I haven't even heard of that. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome does great work on releasing hidden gems. They do great work on those slipcovers. Dude, tell me about it. There's another one. Wait a minute. Look at how beautiful this cover is. Voyage of the Rock Aliens. This is something that I had never heard of before. Never in my life. Somebody sent this to me. And I was really excited for it. I was like, this is probably another really cool, underrated one. I couldn't finish it. This is basically like one super long, low budget 80s music video. The running storyline, I could not make sense of. It doesn't really like, it's all just in service of getting to the next music video, essentially, in it. And there's some good music. I like the song. I think it was called like Justine or something in it, but I couldn't get through it. I'm not a big musical person, and this was like pretty low budget and just, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I just think that somebody else deserves to own this. Somebody else that would like it a lot more than I did. Anyway, yeah, I have my piles of, because I'm going to shoot my next physical media haul and anti-haul soon, so I just have them all stacked up over here. Anyway. Oh, You Saw It Lives Inside. It's fun. I thought it was bad. Anyway, I get into Lord of the Rings. I wish Peter Jackson would revisit his horror roots. I also watched The Frighteners. He directed that one, right, with Michael J. Fox. I didn't like that either. I don't know if maybe I'm just like not a Peter Jackson kind of person. Let me see. Peter Jackson. What else did he do? Why do I not know? I should know. Peter Jackson. I'm just looking at his IMDb page. Yeah, he's known for Lord of the Rings, obviously. The Beatles? What? The Rooftop Concert? He directed the Beatles Now and Then music video? What? Wait, he directed all the Hobbit movies too? I'm so so that is news to me. He directed, I never saw The Lovely Bones. I guess I watched his King Kong. Yeah, I guess I'm just not really into him. I think that I tried to watch Dead Alive and like didn't get through it. I don't remember though. Anyway, I guess, I mean, I wouldn't complain if he revisited his horror roots, if he got back to that. Couldn't complain. Oh, have I seen finished movies? I recommend to you Rare Export and Sisu. Also, there's something in the barn that just came to cinema. The only Finnish movie that I've seen is a horror movie called Hatching, and it made my top 5 of last year. Mind you, how excellent of a year it was for horror in 2022. That's going to go down in history, and Hatching made my top 5. So that's the only Finnish movie I've ever seen, and it was fantastic. Yeah. Killer Joe stars Matthew McConaughey and Emily Hirsch. Weird, good, independent flick. Have to rewatch it. Oh, you have to check for triggers. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Oh, you watched The Ring with your 11-year-old brother? That was so fun. That's such a good introduction to horror because, like, oh my God, that movie scared me so bad as a kid. So bad. Oh, thank you, Wilmeister. I love fantasy. I loved the Hercules and Xena franchise. Started rewatching the Beastmaster TV series. Lord of the Rings just bores me painfully. See? I'm not alone. Oh, I don't like the partying thing, but rushing is like a really scary actual thing. It's not really, I feel like the name of the movie kind of is a little bit misleading. It's not so much about the hazing and stuff. Like, in fact, there was more of that in a movie called Hell Night, which is also over here. Hold on. Hell Night, starring Linda Blair. This one is a little bit more to do with like the hazing and stuff. It's also an 80s movie. And did I even put this on my recap list here? I must have. I did. It's just a little bit later down the list. Yeah. So on theme with this one, but I didn't like this one. I was really hoping to because like Linda Blair, it's cool. I was enjoying the first like 20 minutes when they're at the frat party and it's the 80s vibes, 80s party vibes, and I'm like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation. But then after that, it gets really boring. It's not great. It's kind of lackluster. So this one is a little more because like in this one in Hell Night, this group of students, it's I guess kind of like part of hazing. They have to go and stay in this creepy old haunted house for the night. That's part of their hazing. And then it's like, it's actually haunted, So yeah, that one is, if you're interested in that, then I would go for it. I don't. I think that some other random Kylies on IMDb have been credited with my stuff. I need to do that. I need to get on that and make an IMDb page. I'm also considering going by Kylie Roseanne just because I feel like that's a little bit more unique than Kylie Johnson. I feel like I need a stage name. Should I just go by Haunted Hippie? No, I feel like Kylie Roseanne is better. It's a little bit more defined. Anyway. Oh, Brain Dead. Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's Peter Jackson, right? My dad. What's wrong? What's wrong with being a boomer? I don't know, Dad. You'll have to figure that one out for yourself. I didn't like It Lives Inside. Great concept. I love cultural folk horror, but not well executed. I agree. Thought it was a great idea, just not done well. Did the recent Beatles miniseries on Disney Plus. Oh, I didn't even know about that. You loved it so much. I've seen it 3 times now. It's a chore to watch, but a must-see for any Beatles fan. You've seen it 3 times, but it was a chore to watch? What? Hi. I haven't watched It's a Wonderful Life yet. You feel like it's overrated? It hasn't gotten like great reviews. I don't know if I don't think it's an accurate word. Oh, you saw Hell Night earlier this year. I agree the pacing gets painfully slow in the second half, but I love how someone described it as imagining if Reagan from The Exorcist grew up and went to college. That is basically what it is, yeah, basically. What else did I just watch for the first time? Oh, Mad Men. Yeah, Mad Men I already talked about in my last anti-haul. It's It's like Friday the 13th, but just even worse. Like, it's just the quality of the filmmaking is not it. And if I want to watch some sort of, camping forest 80s slasher, early 80s slasher, I'm just gonna watch Friday the 13th. It just wasn't good. Like, I just wouldn't watch it again. Same thing with Fender Bender, which was actually kind of decent. That was actually kind of decent. Well, I don't really need to read the synopsis. It's about, like, I don't know. My Letterboxd review was that, Fender Bender did for Fender Benders what Jaws did for the ocean. It's like, what if the person you got in a fender bender with was a serial killer? What then? That's basically the movie. And it's fine. It was fine for a one-time watch. I wouldn't watch it again. It stars Bill Sage. We love him. But yeah, wouldn't watch it again. Same thing with, unfortunately, Dead Snow, which is that, I think Swedish zombie movie that everyone loves, where the zombies are Nazis. It's just that the first, like, 2 acts of the movie were so boring. The first 2 acts of the movie were so boring, and the third act, it basically turns into Evil Dead, just much lower budget. Well, the first 2 Evil Deads were extremely low budget. What am I saying? So the last act basically just turns into the Evil Dead, which is fine. I just, like, can't see myself rewatching it because there are other fun, super gory movies that I would love to revisit that don't have a boring first 2/3. So yeah, I'm gonna end up giving away my DVD of Dead Snow. So one of you lucky US/Canada. Can I send stuff to Canada? I actually don't know. You guys will be the lucky recipient. The next one was The Monster Squad, which I know was big for, like, 80s kids, right? For kids in the 80s that grew up on all the classic monster movies. It was fun. I think, what did I give it? I think I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. I'm not, like, hold on, let me find it. What did I give this movie? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's right there. I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm like, anyway. Oh yeah, I give it 3 stars. I just said that, like, I wish I saw it as a kid. I've also never really been big into the Goonies. And you would think that I would love The Monster Squad because I too grew up on a lot of, like, classic sci-fi horror. Like, I did. My grandpa definitely showed me The Wolfman when I was a kid. And it just, I don't know, something didn't click. I didn't find it very funny. I found it to be really corny and not so much in an enjoyable way. There are definitely the standout moments, and 3 stars means I would watch it again. I'm gonna keep the Blu-ray. I'm happy to own it. I will rewatch it, and maybe it'll grow on me. Who knows? Just felt that it was a little slow, a little lacking in substance, and a little bit reliant on the gimmick of bringing back all the classic monsters. So, just picked up Tales from the Dark Side, all 4 seasons. I've not seen that. Oh, it's 7.5 hours long. That does sound like a chore. Okay. Yeah. You loved Sisu. Father Hippie would love the action vibes. Also loved Hatching. Yes. And Speak No Evil, that was Danish. Yeah, that was Danish, not Finnish. But I've seen that one. I look forward to seeing what they do next year with the American remake. I have a feeling it'll definitely be worse. Like, it's definitely going to be watered down because that's just typically what American remakes do. It's, if you take Martyrs, for example, I haven't even watched the American remake because I've heard it's just so watered down. I think the same with Funny Games, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to the American remake. Same thing with Last Train to New York, the Train to Busan American remake. I don't want it. Would I ever do a deep dive on a specific film genre? That would be really, really hard for me because I'm such a perfectionist and I'm such a completionist that I don't think I could do that because I would just feel the need to talk about literally every single movie in the subgenre, which is why I do franchise deep dives and director deep dives because then it's less overwhelming, you know. Oh yeah, my dad saw Sisu. Right. Thought it was unique, very strange movie. Oh yeah, he did see that. Oh no, of course I wouldn't retire the Haunted Hippie title. Of course not. But it's Kylie Roseanne. I don't know where Kylie Rose came from. My middle name is Roseanne, not Rose. I don't know. Is Kylie Rose better? Should I just change my name? Let's see. Oh, Madman, the hot tub scene makes me die laughing every time. It was so, it didn't make me laugh because it took way too long to get there. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. Anyway. Oh, you watched Cobweb. Can't thank you enough for recommending it. Yes. Yes. Should check out Dead Snow 2. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. You enjoyed it. I love me some campy holiday horror. Reminds me of Happy Death Day. I like Happy Death Day. I think I'm gonna like it. Deep dive of Willy Wonka. Fuck off. The Film Drunk, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite channels. One of my favorite channels. I don't know. Isn't Timothy Chalamet being weird right now? I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing Wonka in theaters. I also like really need to rewatch the original 70s, right? The original 70s Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I remember not liking that movie as a kid because I loved Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I know in comparison is probably really bad. Like if I go back and rewatch the classic original, I don't know. I don't really have faith in Wonka. But I'm probably going to see it just from sheer curiosity. Like I just feel like I have to do it. Feeling on the Monster Squad being too, yeah, Goonies coded, exactly. I didn't grow up on either movie. I just like that the Monster Squad kids would kick the Goonies' asses. Yeah, true. True they would. True they would. I could do a top 10 or top 20 with specific subgenres. I mean, I used to do that a lot on live streams. Like we would all get together and share our top 10 forest horror movies. Our top 10, we actually never did top 10 found footage movies. That'd be a good one. I like Kylie Roseanne. Yeah, it's a good pen name in case you ever read a novel. That's true. I just feel like Kylie Johnson. It's like, who's that? You know, Kylie Roseanne. It's like, oh, I haven't heard that name before. You know. Plus, also with the Kylie and the J, I just feel like there's another Kylie Johnson that was really, like a really famous Playboy model. Don't want to get mixed up with her. Also, Kylie Jenner, it's just kind of close. We also spell our names the same. And the J, I'm like, let me get away from that. Let me get away from that. I want to be the only Kylie that pops up when you search my name. You know, that's the kind of wave I'm trying to be on. Anyway, oh, you love funny games. Okay, to be fair, I haven't seen either of them. I was just repeating what I'd heard. But as the characters, I felt like they were better developed than the original, otherwise kind of close to the original. Okay. I've not seen The Crow. Been on my list for a long time. I liked the American remake of Funny Games more until I watched them both within the same 24-hour period. The original is so much more potent and sinister. Yeah, this is what I was saying, Dad. 1917, most incredible battle scenes I've ever seen. Napoleon not close. Also, with Napoleon, like, if you're going just for the cinematography, the coloring, it's so dull. Actually, the Film Drunk, he was just here. If you go watch his review on it, I feel like he puts everything very succinctly and better than I could. The coloring. I'm tired of living in a world where cinema has no color. I'm sick of it. Napoleon was very just like blue and gray and just, I don't know. I don't feel like 1917 fell into that same trap. You know, a lot of period piece. Whoa. Like a lot of period piece stuff, I think, kind of falls into that trap. I don't think 1917 did. It's a gorgeous movie. Howdy. Yeah, the boat ride in Willy Wonka. Oh my God. Yeah, that might have been why I didn't like it as a kid. I was like, why is a freaking chicken getting its head cut off in this movie right now? Yeah. Nah. Yeah, Napoleon is the greatest movie I've ever seen. That's what I'm... Exactly. Oh, should I call you our Dark Lord Queen? Dark Lord Queen. I kind of love that as a stage name. I don't know if it would catch on though. You may call me that if you wish. Anyway, yeah, the trailer looked bleak and dull. Yeah, like they hadn't finished the color grade. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You love Willy Wonka and you love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is my favorite book as a kid. Tim Burton version and the musical are both closer. Oh, to the book from the 70s one. I would never have guessed that, actually, in a million years. No, I haven't seen Poor Things, but I really want to. That's coming out. It's not in theaters yet. That's coming out this weekend. Yeah. I'll be seeing that one for sure. Yorgos Lanthimos, interesting director. Very interesting. Oh yeah, of course I'll give Willy Wonka. I'm sure I'll like it now. Like as a kid, I think that I just was scared of it and wasn't as into 70s cinema as a child. Like I'm sure that I would like it. Objectively, the best war movie with the best cinematography and staging of war is Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. I haven't seen it. Only seen it once, but it's a snooze fest to the nth degree if you're curious. Okay. Well, that sucks. You made it sound exciting at first. Yeah, Napoleon was super dull. I've seen a lot of much better historical dramas. Like Oppenheimer came out this year. Like how... There's no battle scenes in Oppenheimer. The most like visually exciting thing that you would think that happens is, you know, the test of the bomb. But the whole movie is so like still so visually engaging. It's a drama and most of it is just people talking to each other, but it's still so like epic. Like the whole thing is engaging. Like I don't know how you managed to make a movie about Napoleon, one of the most like notorious war leaders of history, and make it that boring. Like I don't even with the battle scenes. I don't know, man. Okay, wait. Let's finish going over. Oh yeah, I just have a few more first time watches of November. Wait. Including The Possession of Hannah Grace. This one I'm not keeping. I guess this is sort of just like all spoilers for my next Auntie haul. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. But maybe I won't pick them up. I'll just talk about them. How about that? Yeah, The Possession of Hannah Grace. That was a horror pack. That was a horror pack title, and it was quite bad. It stars Shay Mitchell from Pretty Little Liars, and I just want better for her. Like, I'm glad that after this, she went on to star in You, and she was really good in the first season of You. That's what I would like for her. The Possession of Hannah Grace is not. It's essentially just like, wait, no. It came, I'm sorry, I'm burping a lot. I'm digesting. Just go easy on me. 2018. The Autopsy of Jane Doe was that 2015 or 2016? Basically, the people that made The Possession of Hannah Grace were just like, let's just copy The Autopsy of Jane Doe. But what if we made it stupid? What if we made it worse? Yeah, it's just completely not engaging, snooze fest, dumb. Some good creature acting. A little. As a creature actor myself, of course I was interested in that, but just not good. Not good. Another first-time watch would be a movie called The Intruder. That was another horror pack exclusive. And didn't I talk about that? I already talked about that in my last Auntie haul, so I guess I don't really need to get into that one. And then... Oh, You Might Be the Killer. Yeah, that one, I swear, okay, I already talked about, I've been doing Auntie hauls like kind of often, so I'm pretty sure I already talked about that one too. I was bummed because that one looked like it might be kind of fun. It's like, it stars, what's-her-face from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and from How I Met Your Mother. Is her name Allison something? I don't remember. She's in it, and she's good, and she's fun. But she's not in any of the action because the whole movie is basically about like this guy who, it's like a Friday the 13th ripoff essentially, where he's at this camp and a bunch of counselors are getting killed and he's on the phone with his friend who's back in the city. And, she's like, are you sure that you're not the killer? And it's just like, it's trying to be a fun riff and doing something different with the whole camping, camp counselor slasher thing. And it's not. Like, it wants to be Scream, but for Friday the 13th, and it's just not, it's not there. It's not pulling it off. So I'm not going to hold on to that one either. The last new watch of an old horror movie for me would be Dog Soldiers, which you guys have been recommending to me forever. You guys have been wanting me to watch that forever because it's also done by Neil Marshall that did The Descent, and I love The Descent. Dog Soldiers. I really hate to break the news. First of all, I gave it 3 stars. Would watch again. I'm going to keep my Blu-ray of it. I didn't really like it. Let me see what I said on Letterboxd to try to fish myself out of this hole here. Oh, I just made a joke. Okay, so I don't know what I seriously thought. Okay, great. Well, if you want to know the joke that I made, I said, expected to see dogs in soldier uniforms romping around, sort of like Air Bud. Disappointed. So I don't know, like, in actuality, what I thought. The only thing that I can really remember is that the movie was so dark. I felt like I reference this meme all the time, and I never pull it up. I probably never will. But the one where the lady is like this, it's really dark. And, like, the camera work. Hold on, I made a mess down here. Spilled a bunch of my anti-Hulk movies. The camera work is just, I don't like it. I don't like the lighting. I was having trouble seeing it. I thought a lot of it was super shaky, and it was to the point where, like, it was kind of giving me a headache. It was one of those movies. That's happened to me once before when we were watching, oh, which one was it? I think Rob Zombie's 31, where the camera work and everything just was so shaky and, trying to be really frenetic and all up in the action. But the problem with that is, like, when you try to be that up close and personal to the action, on the one hand, maybe it's to try to hide some subpar special effects, and it's probably purposeful. But on the other hand, then you can't see anything. So I just was not enjoying Dog Soldiers as a visual experience. I was not enjoying that. And I think it really hampered my enjoyment of the story and getting to know the characters, which I actually thought were pretty good. So that was a bummer. It's a tough one because I know that a lot of you guys really like that one. So let's look at the backlash in the chat. Do I like all the Friday the 13th? No. No. I think that the franchise is, its various installments are a little bit more unique than I've maybe given them credit for, or probably will give them credit for, because, like, let's be honest, they're just really pumping those out. But it's not as enjoyable of a franchise to me as some of the other classics. It's not one that I rewatch every year like I do with some other franchises. Like, I'm so surprised I haven't gotten into my rewatch of Child's Play yet this year. I need to do that. But yeah. Did I see the Mad Max movie? I saw the one from 2015. The one that came out like a decade ago. I've seen that one. Am I going to check out the Iron Claw? I like the actors in it a lot, but I don't think so. Depends on when it's coming out and what else is coming out at the time, because I might be like, yeah, why not? I'll give it a go. Possession of Hannah Grace is a guilty pleasure watch. I can see that easily. It has stupid moments, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's fair. Yes. Oh, her name is Allison. Yes, Allison Hannigan. Oh, and she's from American Pie. Yes. Yeah, and the stoner guy from Cabin in the Woods. That guy. I don't love his comedy. I don't like his character in Cabin in the Woods. I don't think it's funny. I don't think that it's, like, an on-point, like, satirical representation of the common stoner cliche character. He's not really, I don't like him in Cabin in the Woods, and I didn't like him in You Might Be the Killer. Not for me. I don't know if I've seen him in anything else, but I could be, oh, Kylie R. Johnson. That's true. Samuel L. Jackson. True. True. I just feel like Johnson is too generic. I don't know. Oh, I agree. He needs to make a comeback. He did the Hellboy film from 2019. Boy, did that fall off. I never saw that. Forgot that it existed. Oh, you didn't like Dog Soldiers? Oh, you soldiers anyway. I think it was boring. Yeah, no Airbud Dog Soldiers. I agree that it's way too dark. The camera shaking is shite. Werewolves are the best looking ones I've seen, but it's hard to see them. The cabin in the woods scenario and small cost can keep the film easy to follow. I agree with you that the problems make the movie forgettable in the end. Maybe not top tier, but a werewolf cult fave. It's a lot of people's favorite werewolf movie of all time. Like some people even put it above An American Werewolf in London, which is, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not crazy about American Werewolf in London. I like the movie a lot. I really like it, but I'm not crazy about it. Maybe I'm just not that big of a werewolf movie kind of person, because I also wasn't crazy about Ginger Snaps. I don't know. But I feel like on a rewatch, I am going to fall in love with Ginger Snaps. I don't know what happened in the first viewing, but I think that movie definitely is going to be for me. Anyway. As Above, So Below. That movie is such tragic wasted potential. I love that movie, but I hate it. You know what I mean? Oh, that third act is so bad, but the first two acts are so good. Let's see. I don't want to talk about spoilers with the characters. The Markiplier movie? Probably not. I'm not familiar with him at all. And I've never heard of this. Apologies. Anyways, okay, I'm going to... Wait, Hide and Seek got hammered by the critics? Really? I loved that movie. I gave it 4 stars. I put it, I think, in my top 20 or top 25, probably top 20 of the early 2000s. Check that video out. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that does it for all my new watches of old horror. A lot of them, like I said, are just anti-haul movies. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff right now. I am like an anti-hoarder. I'm a collector, and so it makes me feel like a hoarder, and that I can't stand that at all. So like, yeah, a lot of my new watches of old horror are anti-haul things. I'm sorry if that was a little less interesting, but we can move on now to new horror releases of November. We only have 2 to talk about, since we're not talking about Thanksgiving. I saw that the sequel was just announced, but also Eli Roth as a person is someone that I don't plan on supporting any longer. So yeah, I don't even care that. Yeah, I don't care about Thanksgiving. That's not happening anymore. So first up, I guess I'll start with the movie that I liked less, which would be VHS 85. I guess that the VHS movies are just not for me. I thought that the one that came out in, I think 2021 was a bit better. There were a few segments in it that really disturbed me and I thought were really good. I think that, did Chloe Akuno do one of them? I can't remember. And then wait, hold on. VHS 85 directors. Sorry, I can't remember who did which segment. Oh, I think, okay, wait, who did what? I don't remember now. Wait, who did what segment? I'm looking on like Wikipedia. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I enjoyed, I'm going to talk about the different shorts within VHS 85 because I just feel like that's more fair to the segments that I did like. So there's one called No Wake, and that was written and directed by Mike P. Nelson. And then he also did Ambrosia. So those 2 shorts were connected, like loosely connected, same universe, same story, if you will, but from 2 different perspectives. That was probably my favorite one. I thought that it was really well done. It's about this group of people that go to a lake. I can't actually talk about it gives too much away. I think it's a nice surprise. I can't even talk about it. But yeah, so people go to a lake. Some people go to a lake. I thought that one was really well done. I liked, let's see, what was the other one? Were those the only ones that I liked? I guess those were the only ones that I liked. I thought Dream Kill was okay. It was written by Scott Derrickson and C. Robert Cargill that wrote The Black Phone, and it was directed by Scott Derrickson that directed Black Phone and Sinister. I thought that one was all right. I don't know. I just didn't really like it. Overall, I gave the movie 2.5 stars because I only kind of liked about half the stories of the movie. I just don't think that franchise is really for me, especially now since Shudder is putting out one a year. It's giving quantity over quality, and that's not what I'm about. So yeah, I don't know. The VHS movies are just not really for me. Speaking of hide and seek, Dakota Fanning is in a new horror film next year. Oh, we talked about M. Night's daughter's directorial debut. I did not know that Dakota Fanning was going to be in it. Oh, you watched Haunted Hellfest for the first time. Cheers for the recommendations. Yes. And What Keeps You Alive. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, the Decade series. It's like the best idea ever to go back to that because people are watching good stuff and enjoying it. You're in the camp of no werewolf movie will ever live up to An American Werewolf in London. The only thing with that movie is like, I feel like the pacing of it is a little bit off. I don't enjoy dramatic irony where we know exactly what's going on because the main character is the one dealing with it. But then we have the whole B plot of some cop, trying to figure out what's going on. That is very uninteresting to me. So I feel like the pacing of that movie is not great. And then also my only other complaint is that him as a werewolf, he's not bipedal. He runs around like a dog, which I don't like. I don't like that. Everything else about it is fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, hey. Hi, Ryan. Appreciate that. Oh, It's a Wonderful Knife gave me Totally Killer vibes, but gayer. What more could you ask for, really? I really liked Totally Killer. I like Happy Death Day. I like those kind of charming, slightly bad, sort of teen R comedy horrors. It feels right in my wheelhouse. Maybe I'll really like it. I don't know. But review coming next Monday. Hello from Finland. Are you another person from Finland? We've been talking about Finland a bit today. No, I'm seeing it on Monday, tomorrow. I had to push it off because of this Saw deep dive, which I'm going to get right back to editing as soon as this live stream is over. No, I should go for a walk. I should go for a walk first. Move my body a bit before I do that. Oh, you didn't like Haunt? Oh, just made I've seen Jester. No, I haven't seen Jester. I mean, you didn't like it. Hello. Or yeah, the doctor, not police. Whatever. I'm just saying in general. In general, I don't enjoy that type of, dramatic irony. Oh, you like the background? Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, Shudder's great. I love Shudder. 100% agree that werewolves need to be bipedal. Shows that they are. Wait. So glad we have the same thought. Yeah. I mean, honestly, some of you are about to be real mad at me. I think the best werewolf movie ever made is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm sorry, but it's directed by Alfonso Cuarón. One of the best directors to come out of South America. The Harry Potter franchise didn't deserve him. You know what I mean? It's one of the best of the entire franchise and probably the best werewolf movie of all time. A hairless bipedal werewolf. It doesn't really get much freakier than that. That was the movie of the franchise I had on repeat as a child. Watched that one the most out of the entire franchise. So I guess I do like werewolf movies, but only when they're really, really, really good. I don't know. We talked about the movie Hatching that came out last year. There was another viewer in the chat from Finland that was just asking about movies I've seen from Finland, but that's the only one. Wait, about what? I always forget what I say, and then I catch up with the chat, and I'm like, what did I even say? Are we talking about? Oh wait, no, we're talking about Harry Potter, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. He's from Mexico. Oh, Mexico is considered North America, isn't it? Or Central. Listen, the American public education system is not great. I'm sorry. Yeah, Harry Potter werewolf. Damn right. Yeah, Sirius Black. Well, he's not the werewolf. He's an animagus. It's a whole thing. But yeah, he turns into a dog, and even that is a better werewolf vibe than a lot of werewolf movies. I'm sorry. Also, no, wait. I enjoyed Wes Craven's Cursed more than I think any other classic werewolf movie. Probably not more than Harry Potter, but like in terms of just werewolf movies, like werewolf horror, I think Cursed I enjoyed the most, which is definitely the worst movie in terms of quality of all the other ones I was talking about. It's just hilarious how that is. It hasn't been officially announced, the third Babysitter movie. I wish. You think next year? I don't know. Technically North America. I'm sorry for being stupid. I'm sorry. Anyway, looking forward to the Saw deep dive. Picked up the 4K. Ooh, nice. Ooh. I don't think I saw that documentary. I did see that they released a documentary in 2021. There's another new one? What? Oh god, my deep dive is gonna be incomplete. I've never seen Teen Wolf before, actually. Anyway, I should continue on with my last new release of the month, which would be, I'm getting hot now. Also wearing my Ferris Bueller shirt. Hell House Origins, The Carmichael Manor. That was my last watch of a new horror release of the month, and I had fun with it. Like, the whole franchise, except for Hell House 2, are 3-star movies for me. Like, they're not doing anything fantastic, but I like the characters in some of them, especially in Hell House 3. I feel like that one is kind of underrated because the cast is full of theater twink characters, and they don't get enough love. They're so funny. And so I still enjoy 3. I thought the new one was pretty fresh, like just another good 3-star entertaining little movie of the franchise. Like, I don't really have many complaints. I think that some of the lore that they introduced, was it a little bit unnecessary? Yeah, a little, maybe, because like I don't really care that much, but it was still kind of cool. Like, they tried, they gave the story a little bit of substance. Did it eventually kind of just like devolve into a lot of the typical Hell House type scares? Yeah. But overall, like, a good time. I would revisit the franchise for sure. They're just an easy watch. You know what I mean? So yeah, that does it for all the new releases that I watched in November. Oh, this month? How is the year ending already? I need to know which 2023 releases I need to prioritize catching up on this month, because obviously I need to do my ranking, my end of year ranking. And last year, I had watched over 80 horror movies and TV shows that all released in 2020. Ow! That had all released in 2022. And this year, it's like, I think I've watched, I don't know, maybe like half of that in terms of new releases. It's just been so slim. So I need to know, what are the hidden gems? What's going on streaming? What new horror releases of 2023 have I not seen that I need to? Because I have some other stuff on my list that, like, stuff that was supposed to release this year, like Night Bitch, starring Amy Adams, this woman that is having a psychotic break because she thinks she's turning into a dog. When is that coming out? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. And then all the other new releases that I wanted to watch ended up apparently being kind of lackluster, like Consecration, that stars Jenna Malone. Is that her name, right? From the Hunger Games. There's Till Death Do Us Part, that was supposed to be kind of like a Ready or Not ripoff. And I was like, sounds fun, whatever. Like, I'd watch that. Both apparently weren't good. What else? Spoonful of Sugar on Shudder. I saw like was just kind of eh. The Unheard I heard was bad. I never ended up watching the Japanese remake of Cube. Um, I mean, what is going on? What is going on with the horror genre this year? What is going on? What is going on? Let me know. You need to let me know what to watch. And also, did you guys like the new Hell House? Let me know. What I meant to say earlier is that bipedal werewolves still show that they are still human. Yes, exactly. Yes. There's a good horror movie coming out in January. I forgot the name. Yeah, our education is bad. And I was in AP classes. I was in AP English, AP History, AP Euro, God. And then for some reason, also at my college, the history department was terrible. Oh my God, it was so bad. I read my entire textbook because I only took one history class because I didn't need to take any others. It was just part of like my gen ed. I took one history class. I read the entire textbook cover to cover. I took meticulous notes and I hand wrote them so it would really just get in my brain. I made study guides. I wrote out like entire like truncated versions of each chapter of the book. And I passed that class, I think, with like a B. I was so like, that's just the way our history department was. Like, for some reason, those goddamn professors made those classes impossible to pass. Pretty much everyone else I knew in the class got like a D. Like, I studied my ass off. I devoted all my time to that class. And luckily, my other classes were like pretty easy that semester because otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. Oh my God. That's such a tangent. Not important. I haven't seen Suitable Flesh yet. I've heard that's really good. I am gonna watch that one. I'm also gonna like write these down right now so that I don't forget. I'm gonna put them on. Just I'm making a list here. So yeah, shout them out. Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban. It's the best. I mean, I think in terms of quality, the Order of the Phoenix is probably the best movie, but Prisoner of Azkaban is probably still my favorite. Oh yes, I just hit my knee really hard on the metal thingy that holds the drawer of my desk. I'm fine. I'm good. It'll be a little bruised, but it's fine. It doesn't hurt anymore. Let's see. Did I watch All Fun and Games? Was that a movie released this year? Let me see. I'll write that down. Because no, I don't think so. That Spanish film with the woman in the shipping container. Could you throw a name at me? Oh, it's funny you mentioned watching 80 plus horror movies because Cody Leach saying that people should follow you because you're cool and watch way more films than him last year. So I did. Yeah, he's always looking out for smaller creators. I think I probably had a substantial amount of growth because of him. Good guy, great guy, very balanced. You thought Hell's Origins was better than 3. That's fair. Me too. Oh, the Amy Adams one is coming next year. I'm thinking it was going to come this year, but delayed because of the strike. That makes sense. Because I feel like I saw that it was announced that it was going to be released like to Hulu or something, and then it was crickets. Oh hey, I was planning on making a top 10 horror movies of the year. Then I realized how little we were fed. I know. Oh, Francisco, hi. Hey. Last year brought me into horror, and this year has been a total letdown. As a new convert, no. I promise. So the good thing about that though is that I have actually had time. I've gone back. I've been watching all these older movies that have been sent to me. I've been going back and watching, a lot of stuff that I've just had a blind spot about. Like I finally watched Dog Soldiers. You guys have been recommending that movie to me for like 2 years. So I finally watched that. That's like the silver lining. I think it's okay because there's so much that I will never, ever have the time to fully catch up on. So it's okay, but it's like, it just doesn't feel like a good time for the genre. Anyway, your good college buddy recommended you the first House LLC a few years back. He's got great taste in horror, but I need to give it a redemption rewatch and check out the sequels. I think you gotta watch it alone, like late at night. that feels like the only way that I would want to watch the movies. Otherwise, I don't know if they would really do much for me. So yeah, maybe give it a go. Because I still, even now, upon my rewatch, I think because I watched it alone and pretty late, I started it at like 9 p.m. or something. There were still a few sequences that definitely gave me the creeps. Like I definitely still got kind of stressed. Let's see. I don't know if a murder at the end of the world counts as horror. Yeah, like I said, I gotta look into that one. Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban is the Empire Strikes Back of Harry Potter movies. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Oh, it's called Nowhere. Okay, let me write that one down. Nowhere. What it like is black metal like a music? Is that a subgenre of metal? I don't listen to metal. Made us temporarily replace a math teacher, different scandal, but he gave a quiz immediately when he came in the middle of the year that every grade, even A plus students didn't do well. What the wait, oh wait, there's more to this. There's more to this story. I'll just have to wait. I'll have to wait for you to share it. Clicked it too soon. Good Boy is on my list. Good Boy. I haven't heard of that one. Let me look at, I'm gonna like pull up Shudder and just see what else I have on my watch list. I don't know if I put anything in my watch list though from like this year. I don't think I did. Oops. Ugh, how do I look at like new Shudder releases? Where's my, okay, wait, there's Shudder. Sorry, I'll share my screen so you can see. But okay, here's the end of this story. And when asked about it, he seemed to relish on the fact of the chaos he brought. He was like, y'all should know this stuff, but never actually took the time to see what we learned. I will never understand teachers that brag about students like failing their class. Like, oh, so you're bad at your job? Very cool, man. Very cool. Anyway, I'm going to share my screen just because I want to peruse this with you guys. Oh, this got recently added. People have been recommending this one for a while. P2. It's like a Christmas movie. Recently added. Maybe there's some new stuff. This is 2022. But this might be its release. I'll add that one. The Wretched 2020. The Children. Oh, yes. Oh, finally. I don't know why I told you guys that like for some reason I only was able to like rent this movie the other day. And I was like, what? Oh, this is a new one. Yeah, Birth, Rebirth. But the story of it didn't seem that interesting to me. I don't know. But I'm gonna catch up. Like I'm gonna try. I'm not a serial killer. Oh, Black Christmas 2006 is on Shudder. Oh my god. Okay, well obviously we're gonna watch that together for Holidays in Hell Week. Obviously. Night of the Comet. Oh, I've heard this is fun. 84. God, I love Shudder. Excuse me. To All, good night. Ooh, Christmas horror that I haven't heard of. Okay, The Friendship Game. Sure, why not? I'm just going to be catching up on a lot of stuff this week. After I do my deep dives, like I just turn into a little creature. Like, well, first of all, I like deep clean my room and my bathroom, and then I will like in the mornings I'll do really hard exercises, and then I usually spend like the rest of the day in bed for a few days and like catch up on movies that I haven't been watching. That's what I do after deep dive. So that'll be this week. So you can expect to see some Letterboxd reviews and some of those in my recap. Oh, you know, I never finished Werewolf by Night, but I heard good things. Yeah, I heard good things. Let's see. Oh, I don't like found footage, but Hell House is the best of it. A lot of people feel that way. Let's see. Antlers is. Are you talking about Antlers that came out in 2021? Because that movie was bad. It was not good. I like the Underworld movies, some good werewolf stuff, along with vampires. I didn't know that. I think the first 3 Underworld movies. I think I have the first 3. Yeah, people have sent me art before. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Say Ferris. Yeah, I've heard good things about that one. Pretty all right Christmas slasher. Can never have too many of those, honestly. Y'all need to stop asking me about Thanksgiving and Scream. Stop, please. I've said no so many times. Holidays is a good one. I couldn't get through that one. I'm not even sure if I finished the first segment of that movie. I think I did, but yeah. Oh, The Curse. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Pretty good little folk horror movie. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that one. So, I'm looking at Shudder on my TV with you. Saw the first Black Christmas remake there. I knew you'd get excited about that. Definitely knew it would be a watch along pick, but I'm down for it. Yeah. I mean, it's the perfect watch along movie. It's so stupid. Like, come on. Yeah, exactly. Such a good cast. Yeah. I think that's where I'm gonna call it though for today. Oh my god, just hit the 2-hour mark on this stream. And I still have so much editing to do. Oh, I am in pain. I need to go get outside. I need to go for a walk. I need to see some sunlight. And then finish this Saw deep dive so I can get that out to you guys by tomorrow. So yeah, you guys have that to look forward to. On Wednesday, my review of Black Friday with my dad is coming out to Patreon, and on the vlog channel, I will have my Black Friday vlog. So you'll see a new little haul and what my dad and I picked up on Black Friday. Then the week after that, next Monday, I'll probably be putting up my It's a Wonderful Life review, little Violent Night review with my dad, another physical media haul or anti-haul. I don't know which will go up first, but yeah, I've got like the next 2 weeks of content fully booked out. So you got a lot to look forward to, my friends. Plus holidays and Hell Week is coming up. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Oh, looking forward to seeing Five Nights at Freddy's in my top 5 of the year. You're so funny. You're so funny. That one, honestly, like, I fear it might be in the bottom 5. I don't know. I'm ready, though. I'm ready for the wrath of the Five Nights at Freddy's fans. I'm ready for it. I can handle it. So until then, I hope that you have a great day or a great night wherever you are. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.